Hello, welcome back to the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Last time we talked to Knuckles in the saloon and then made our way to the library and looked at clues in here. We got all the clues we can get in here. That's the wrong menu. I think. I don't know. Do we have enough information to question them? I don't know. Let's start with Vector, I suppose. Did you bring me any meat to chop? Start interrogation. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. So the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Fox and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if SBO really was reading in the library car. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? I'm prepared to present evidence if need. Well, that's easy. I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings our attention to you, SBO. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once SBO starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? SBO doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what that book might be. Fox, could you help me out? Alright, Fox, what book do we think SBO may have been reading? The only book we found, the Mirage Express manual. This one. A manual? Do you think SBO was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Okay, minigame time. Alright, now we got 4 lanes. Now they got shurikens. I think. Can't actually, not actually paying attention to them when they're going by. Not what they actually are. Anyways, doesn't matter. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone at the very least picked the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, SBO. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like that. Calm down, Vector, I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, SBO. A butcher and a poet, friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Fox, if you don't mind. Could you ask SBO some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz SBO about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? 362. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks, and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself, though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like SBO aced that question. Fox, hit him with another one. Oh, okay, which page do I choose? Am I just going to go through all of them? 89. What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. What? Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Fox. Let's see if SBO can go 3 for 3. Gotcha. Which page should I pick last? Oh, no, it's different. Okay. 16. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yes. Totally. It's wild you were able to retain all this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit, though, reading the entire time a murder occurs does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can... SPO, was that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. Fox? He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Fox, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw SPO reading, but what? Shadow's lock? Is that it? Shadow's lock? Please pray tell what this has to do with anything. We're up, Fox. Let's get our argument together. The Shadow should have walked through here as well. Okay, I actually paid attention that time. They are, in fact, shurikens. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score in the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. Yeah, everyone knows that. SPO said he saw Shadow enter the library card, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, SPO was fully seated, reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car, so there's absolutely no way Shadow and SPO didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, I can sense SPO's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how would SPO leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw SPO in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Fox. One that I would love for SPO to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved with my book, I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, SPO. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I wasn't. I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? This Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was SPO simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? I don't think this is going to change the plot at all, obviously. Join Tails. No, I can't interrupt Tails while he's onto something. I'll let him continue this line of questioning and... Fox, my favorite and beloved employee, please. Protect the passengers aboard this train. They must be taken care of. If you fail, the lawsuits will be torturous. Don't allow such an old, feeble soul to get sued. Yeah, totally what he said. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and SBO couldn't have seen one another? The only one we have left is a library map. Alright, now let's get my thoughts in order. Something to need quite a lot of rings. Just jump on the spikes. Well, we got plenty. The library map? Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another, a straight path. If Shadow walked down this straight path, there's a way SBO and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you'll have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could SBO have been for Shadow to not see him? Here? I can't tell what that even is from here. Is that supposed to be another bookcase along there? Interesting, that's where I was sitting reading my book. I can check this. When I returned from the saloon car, SBO was in the same spot. That confirms it then. Okay, it doesn't match what we can see behind us then. There's a horizontal bookcase here. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and SBO couldn't have seen one another from this spot, because the bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen SBO or vice versa. That makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, SBO. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all of our questions. We did it. Another pair of alibis validated. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm going to crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow. No, it seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and SBO. Give him heck, and if you need any meat chopped, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose, while doors keep getting locked. Tick-tock, tick-tick-tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Fox, let's see what's next. Coming. May the breeze drift you toward success. A one-sentence poem for you. Are italics enough to qualify as a poem? Okay. Bring me any meat to slice up? No, I'm sure we will, actually. Oh, no, I'm not sure we will, actually. You're lost. Okay, let's move on. You sure you don't want to stay and look at all the great books a little longer? The mystery calls. Okay, the investigation continues. Casino car. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Which... yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and save here again. Rouge, there you are. We have a lot to say to you. We visited every train car so far, and everyone said they've seen you wandering about. It's high time you told us why. My, talk about a warm welcome. Quick to the point, aren't you, darling? And I see you brought the Microwave Master with you. Now, please don't let that be my legacy. Dales is right. Folks have brought you up a lot. Care to explain? Tell him, Rouge. We're gonna need the help. Blaze? Alright, I've been hunting for a treasure rumored to be stored here on the train. Treasure? He certainly didn't tell me about treasure in the interview. Since I'm part business tycoon, part purveyor of fine collectibles, I knew I had to find it. Tell him what it is, Rouge. Alright, well, it's a Fabergé chow egg. Well, that does sound extravagant. But please don't tell me you accepted Amy's birthday invite only to find that egg. A woman can have multiple goals. I gave Amy her birthday present already, so everything's well taken care of. She wrote me in on the hunt immediately. I stayed here while she searched the train cars for clues. I deduce that the Fabergé chow egg is here, in this train car, locked in a safe. Wait, so the treasure is real? It's actually here? Also, there's an elevator on a train? And what did you manage to find, Rouge? Oh, well, why don't you both take a look? I found the train's blueprints in the library car. The safe code written right on it. The score of a lifetime. The train's blueprints? Please, Rouge, let us see that. Finders keepers, sweetheart. Oh, whatever. Finders keepers, sweetheart. There's a problem. We need your assistance. What kind of problem? The elevator behind the security guard leads us right to the room holding the Fabergé chow egg. But we're not getting anywhere without the guard's access card. We need a plan to get that card to use the elevator, and our chance of success grows with everyone's help. So, you want us to help you steal the Fabergé chow egg? Blaze, you don't have a problem with this? I see no issues here. Sounds like a fine business venture. Her lore card must be influencing her decisions here. Either that or breaking the rules must be refreshing for a princess. Fox, do you have an opinion on this? Silly is for squares. I think the only square here is you, Microwave Master. I must admit that wasn't the coolest thing I've heard someone say. To know my cool and mysterious reputation. It's crumbling. Alright, I'm in. I'll help. Well, I suppose if both Blaze and Fox are in. Okay, let's get that Fabergé chow egg. Hehe. That's the ticket. Happy to have you both on the team. Now we must plan. Oh, God. Oh boy, what have we gotten ourselves into? Access to the Fabergé chow egg room is behind a locked elevator door. The security guard has the access card. Do we... distract the guard? Distract them, perfect. We're all charming enough for that to work. That was actually a really nice thing to say. Fox, is everything okay? I've never seen you smile like that. Seems they don't know how to take a compliment. If I'm gonna be in a casino, my poker face needs to work. Okay, who's distracting the security guard? Rouge? Of course, I'll distract them. Who could resist my feminine charms? Not the internet. I'm not sure how effective your charms will be on a chow. Plus, your flight might prove useful. I'm not sure you being the distraction makes sense. Oh, well, fair enough. Let's think it over again. Okay, who's distracting the security guard? Tails? Sure, I could be the distraction. I don't like the way he said that. Veto. I'm with Blaze. His delivery was shaky. No, really. I could do it. Sorry, buddy. I think you'll be better off elsewhere. In that case, who should we choose? Okay, who's distracting the security guard? The only option left is Blaze. Think you could distract the guard, Blaze? In my life, I've never let a single person down. I won't falter. Great. Her voice was so stoic. I have chills. Well, I trust her. Moving on. What's the distraction? Pretend the claw machine is stuck? Who puts a claw machine in a casino? This will work great as a distraction. Let's continue the plan. If the guard distracted Rouge, how will you get the access card? That was the right answer? Okay. I wonder if any of them would work. Grab them and fly up to the rafters. I don't know. I don't want any violence. There won't be any violence. I'll just tie them up to a rafter. Easy. Where do we get the rope? Interesting point. Maybe we should try something else. With the guard distracted Rouge, how will you get the access card? Ask for the card. No harm in asking, right? Oh, you naive, innocent soul. Such a fresh face, this one. So cute. You suggest we take the guard out shoe shopping next? I don't think Chow wear shoes. These ladies are ruthless. I better rethink this. Okay. Pick the pocket. I'll snatch the access key. No problem. That Shao in uniform won't notice a thing. Excellent. We can count on you, Rouge. Try not to take anything else from them if you can help it. No promises. With the card obtained, we need to get Blaze out of there. Fox, what's your plan? Drink that. Pretend you're Blaze's spouse? Then you'd be marrying into the royal family. What is your heritage? What? Any war crimes I should know about? What? Well, you dressed far too plain. You would need a complete refashioning immediately. You know what? Maybe we should try something else. Interesting. You give up far too easily as well. We have to work on your fortitude. I said we'll try something else. See if there's a drink without a coaster. Absolutely vile. I can't think of nothing worse. Wow. Well, it works on Tails. Despicable. I would never allow such a thing in my kingdom. Well, it works on Blaze as well. The guard will go running immediately, I'm sure of it. Great, and with the guard distracted, we'll all head to the elevator. And just like that, we all make it to the elevator. Inside, we... Celebratory dance. Now that's a proper victory. Oh no, one last security measure we didn't account for. What do we do about their mechanical arms attacking from the ceiling? High five each of them. The end of those arms are claws. I'm not touching them. My high fives aren't given away willy-nilly. They are to be cherished. I don't think my hands would survive a high five from them. Let's rethink this. They all humored my suggestion. How oddly polite of them. Okay, have Tails disabled them? I should be able to disengage them. I'll just need some time. Well, that leads us nicely to our next question. Oh no, Tails is taking a while and the arms are tightening the grip. Cry and hope they sympathize? Tails managed to do it. Darlings, I'm happy to say this plan is perfect. Okay. If everyone is ready, it's time to execute. I'm ready, let's begin. Alright, let's see what's up that elevator. Okay, we just skipped to being done with that, okay. I knew the plan would go off without a hitch. We couldn't have made it this far without you both. You have my gratitude. Our planning beforehand was very thorough, I must admit, and it was executed to perfection. Enough chatter, now we claim our real prize. I have the safe code right here on these blueprints. Let's claim our Fabergé Chow egg, hee hee. Oh. No question, this has got to be the safe with our treasure. Enter the code on the blueprints and find out, Rouge. On it, sweetheart. Let's see. 23, 4, 1. Oh, wow. It's here. Haha. I have it. Alright, before anyone sees us, let's get out of here. Hold on, kiddo. We can't be so hasty. You truly think that's all there is to this egg? No further secrets whatsoever? Rouge, spit it out. What are you hiding? Only 3 of these eggs were ever made, each hiding their own individual secret. No one knows the secret because anyone who's opened one of these has never lived to tell the tale. You can open the egg? You sure can, and all of you will bear witness to its secret. Rouge, I don't know if you should... All you need to do is twist it. Tick, 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 tick. Uh-oh. Rouge, has no one lived to tell the egg secret because each egg is a bomb? I think you're onto something, kid. It sure sounds like a bomb. We need to dispose of that egg, now. Dispose of it after all our hard work? Rouge! Fine, fine, but what do we do? Where do we put this thing? That's an excellent question. What do we do with a bomb? Okay. A lot of options here. Eat the egg. No. Not without any salt, I won't. Really, Fox? Probably a poor time for jokes, huh? Wow, okay. Twist the egg again. Great idea. Stop, stop. That's clearly not working. Let's think of something else. Chaos control the egg away. What did you hear about chaos control? Doesn't matter. We need the Chaos Emerald to be able to do that. Well, dang it. Let Tails cool it down with his tails? Cool the bomb down with your tails like a fan. Worth a try. I still hear ticking, however refreshing the breeze may be. Okay, new plan. Open it up to see if there's wires to cut. What do you mean by this? You know, red wire, blue wire, you gotta cut one, like the movies. This isn't a movie, Fox. This is real life. He's got a good point. Oh, they're taking away stuff, okay. Let Rouge kiss the egg. As they say, love always prevails. I still hear the ticking. What a prude. Row and lock it in the safe. Quick, put the egg back, Rouge. There we go. Okay, fine. It's going back in. Tails, the safe won't lock. The door is staying open. But what? Close the door and twist the dial. I obviously am. There must be some weird way to relock the door. There's no other buttons or dials. How are you supposed to... We don't have time to mess with this. Think of something else. Stomp on the egg. Just how I like my egg smushed. I'm guessing you don't like this idea. Obviously not. Tell the egg to stop. Stop. That did nothing. I can't believe I just did that. Rock the egg to sleep. So you think this egg is just cranky and needs a nap? Is that what you're telling us? Everyone's always mad at the idea guy. I'm pretty sure this is the right answer, so let's keep trying them. Toss the egg in the elevator. Alright, down it goes. We're clearly not going to blow up the elevator. Let's rethink this. Smash the egg against the wall. Alright, here goes nothing. Rouge. We should probably think of a different plan. Have police set the egg on fire. Call me crazy, but perhaps fire and explosives shouldn't mix. You don't think fire would neutralize the blast? You just like to say things, don't you, Fox? Maybe. Flip the egg upside down. Fox, what's flipping it going to do? I don't know, try it. Nothing. Happy? Yes. Take one for the team. Here, give it to me. Get as far away from me as possible. Just remember me as I am, a hero. No, Fox, we won't let you do that. I mean, if that's what they want to do, who are we to? Stop the microwave, kids. Obviously not going to sacrifice themselves. The body's far too scrawny to contain any sort of blast. Wow. True. Let's think of something else quick. Only option left? Let it finish ticking and see what happens. Are you insane? Do you want us to just blow up? We need to dispose of the bomb, Fox. That is our goal. Listen, I get that, but what if the egg isn't a bomb? Wait, that's right. Fox, I think you're onto something. Huh? What's right? Spit it out, kiddo. We don't have any time. Sorry, it's just SBO did say something interesting when we quizzed him about the train's manual. Okay, what if efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Those robotic arms that attacked us in the elevator seem to have a lot of functions here on the train. If a bomb was brought onto the train disguised as this Fabergé chow egg, the arms would have detected it and wouldn't have allowed it on. The only other person who knows the coming and going of the train is the conductor, and he surely wouldn't allow such a thing either. So if we're out of options, I think we should wait and see what happens. Okay, we wait. Okay. The egg, it opened. It's hollow, not a bomb at all. You both really were onto something. Phew. My, well that's one way to get the heart racing. I'm completely relieved. My hunch was right, thankfully. And look what's inside. Wow, look at that sparkle. And it's so heavy, too. The final secret to the Fabergé Chow egg is a chow covered in gems. It's perfect. It's exquisite. It's revolutionary. Is she drooling over a sparkly ornament? Though I must admit it's stunning. You said no one lived to tell the Fabergé Chow egg's secret. I wonder why the egg wasn't a bomb. I wonder why if the egg wasn't a bomb. Because they weren't as tough as us. I don't know. Who cares? What a precious treasure, a beauty to behold. Maybe they naturally died of old age and just kept the secret with them. Now, as much fun as this has been, we should get out of here before we're spotted. Good call, let's go. Didn't get to check the safe in the back? No one seems to suspect anything, and the security guard is back at their post. Alright, we're over time now, so I'm going to have to call it here. We haven't done any investigating in this car yet, so that was just a fun aside. So, yeah. We're going to call this here, and we will pick up at the casino car next time. But yeah, that's it for this part. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stick around for more, and thanks for watching.